When you're trying to decide which attorney you want to hire, if you're looking for one, you really should take as much time as you can or as much time as you need to make that decision. I mean, if you're dealing with an attorney that makes you feel that there's a big rush to hire them, I mean, that should be a red flag. Now, the big exception to that is if there's something with your case that there's a deadline coming up. I mean, if something needs to be filed tomorrow or next week and it's something that takes about a week to get done right, then you just might be in a time crunch and you might have to make a really quick decision that may or may not be a good decision. You know, I do not want somebody to hire me that's kind of, halfway excited about it or thinks that this might be a better decision. Before somebody hires me, whether or not it's hourly or certainly on a contingency, I would want them to feel comfortable and to take their time on the front end figuring out if they're making a good decision. It is so much better to take a week talking to 20 different attorneys and figure out which one has the experience and the kind of case that you have and that has handled cases like you have than it is to hire one because you don't know what you're doing and you don't know who to talk to and how to get it done, and then spend the rest of your case wondering whether or not you made a good decision. Because if you put yourself in that position, how are you and your attorney going to work together if it's not absolutely 100% clear that you're comfortable working together and that's the decision that you wanted to make? I mean, as an attorney, it's tough enough winning a case when your whole team is pointed in the same direction on the right side. I mean, if there's doubts as far as who's doing what or what should be done, that's a nightmare. It's not easy to absolutely make sure that you get your client as much money as possible or help them keep as much money as possible under the best circumstances. So please take some time. Start early. Don't feel rushed. People spend more time picking out a refrigerator or a couch, or they'll go look at more couches either online or in person than they do trying to figure out which attorney they should hire. If you feel any pressure in life, that's a bad sign. Not just with attorneys, just when someone puts pressure on you, take a moment and figure out exactly what's going on. Maybe you're in a high pressure situation. Maybe it's good advice that something needs to be filed today. Maybe you've got a statute of limitation that's running, and if it happens, it happens. But ideally, don't wait to the last minute and don't ever let yourself feel like you've been pressured.